What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is your review for Power Book 2 Ghost Season 4 Episode 9. We are down to the last 2 episodes. So, at this point, it's no longer a spoiler. If you don't already know what happened, child, then you don't really care about this show like that. But we knew at the beginning when we found out this was the final season that everybody wasn't going to make it out. And we had a major character that was taken out in this episode. So we're going to say rest in power. And we're going, when we get there, we're going to get there. But rest in power. Okay? I think we're going to lose some more people in this final episode, but we're going to get there. Can I say this? Because I know a lot of y'all feel some kind of way about some of this stuff, but I'm really not mad at this storyline. I'm mad that it took us this long to get to it. Like, I'm really not mad at the whole Carter, Tejada's, Tariq. Like, I'm kind of not mad at this whole triangle situation we got going on. I'm just mad it took us the first 4 episodes to get here. Because them first 4 episodes, they could have thrown away. They were trash. Okay? We start off with, we have Kane and Noma getting ready for their wedding, right? They're doing all the wedding stuff because they got to make it look as legit as possible. So they have, fittings and tuxedos and all the things that you have at a wedding, right? Because they got to make it look legit. We have Monet and the crew over to the house playing dominoes, and Aunt Janice is back. This was a wasted character. Like, we had such high hopes. I feel like, and I guess they decided to scrap that storyline. Because I remember like 2 seasons ago, we found out that they had hired, it was 2 actors that are really familiar. I can't remember their names now. And they were going to be, we speculated that they were going to be Monet's mom and dad. And we thought we were going to get this whole backstory, which we never got. And again, I guess they changed their mind. They decided not to do it. And then we get over here to Aunt Janice or Aunt Janet, whoever child. She done came into town and she came when Monet got shot. We got a little bit of flashbacks. And now she's here for Kane's wedding. And it's like, girl, this was a waste. But Kane is texting them wanting to know if they coming to the wedding. And of course Monet like, hell no, I ain't coming to your wedding. But then she asked Diana, and then Diana asked Drew, and I guess all of them decided they're just gonna go to the. I don't know. I don't care. While this is going on, they are down at the college taking exams. I really need to know when any of them have time to read, study, buy a book, go to class, do anything academic in any way, shape, or form that they're ready to take anybody's exam. But neither here nor there. They there taking the exam. Diana walks out because she ain't ready. Okay? She knows she ain't ready. She ain't read nothing. She ain't done nothing. She ain't ready. Then we have Effie done found out she got into the Stanford program. So the Effie has her exit ticket. I don't think Effie gonna make it to Stanford, but I could be wrong because this is the end of the show. Maybe they give her a happily ever after. I don't know. But she is all smiles and all happy because she done got into the Stanford program and she ready to get up out of New York and head on to the West Coast. Now, while this is going on, Tariq, he done went back to the dorm. Braden is laying on his bed going through his Instagram looking at the relationship that was. And he all love struck until Tariq reminds him that, like, you really didn't know her like that and why you mad? Like, move on. Life happens. And I guess Braden, I don't know, he was over it in like 2 seconds. Like, yeah, I guess you're right. Detective Carter calls Tariq. And Tariq really be acting like he has a choice. Tariq really acts like this man don't have him over a barrel. And I understand that Tariq didn't know that Carter had him on tape. But you do know that Carter has you connected to the cop, Detective Crackhead. Like, he's got you over a barrel. And I'm not saying you got to kiss his tootie, but he really sitting talking about something. Why don't you send Drew? I ain't trying to run no errands for you. Whatever. Bruh, like, that you're going to end up doing it. Can we just skip to the end? Like, you just back and forth with you and Drew. Can we just skip to the end? So, Detective Carter tells Tariq that it's this new crew that's dealing out of an abandoned carnival out on Coney Island, wherever the hell it was, child. And he need him to go check it out. Go at night, go by yourself. That should have already been suspicious to Tariq. Because why would Carter care whether you go by yourself or not, as long as you get it cleared up? Like, I need you to go find out what's going on down at the pier. I mean, at the thing. So Drew is picking up his money. You know, he making his pickups. And the dudes start clowning him about Carter trying to push him out because he done sent Tariq on this errand. So Drew mad. And once again, Drew is throwing a tantrum and he mad because he feel like he getting pushed out by Carter. I don't know. I can't care that much. So now we're at the apartment. We're here for the rehearsal dinner the night before the wedding. It was supposed to be the night before the wedding. And we finally meet Noma's brother / business partner. Because we find out later on that Noma's business is a family business, just like the Tejada's business is a family business. And the uncle is like, you know, basically the uncle is not feeling, or her brother ain't feeling it. He ain't feeling her getting married. He ain't feeling her getting married to the Tejadas. He think they hood, they gauche, they beneath him, all of those things. And she's trying to basically make it seem like she really done fell in love with Kane. Well, no, I think she did let him know that it's business. Whatever. I don't know. I think it's a cross between he know that she ain't really in love with him, but she think that he thinks she like him enough that he really into this whole situation. It's a lot. I don't know. Whatever. So then, the Tejadas actually show up. Monet, Drew, and Diana come rolling up in there, which of course surprised the hell out of Kane, because Kane didn't think they was gonna come. But they end up coming, and they're basically there to embarrass Kane and to remind Noma who they are, and I guess let the brother know what it is and what it's not. Because basically they let the brother know that the penthouse that they're in used to belong to Mecca, and that Monet knew Mecca, and Mecca let it be known, I knew Mecca. So now, you know, I feel some kind of way about Noma and my son, because I biblical knew Mecca. And so now the brother is really side-eyeing the situation, and that's when the brother let it out and be like, well, you know, this is a family business situation too. Because I think Monet said something about Noma's business, and he was like, no, not Noma. Family. This not Noma's business. This is the family business. So, you know, it was a lot of that going on at the dinner table. A whole lot of throwing out innuendos and speculations and things of that nature. Now, Monet and Kane end up having a private conversation. And it was at this moment that I knew one of them wasn't going to make it. Now, I didn't know who, and I didn't know it was going to be this episode, but I knew one of them was going to make it. Because they went, in one conversation, they went from taking jabs at each other to, you know, I love you. You know, I always looked out for you. You know, I did this for you. Yeah, Ma. You know, you was always there for me. I love you, Ma. I do everything. Like, it was that whole, let's end this on a good note. We've been fighting each other for the last couple of weeks. You know, we've been going at each other. You think I work for the ops. You work for the ops. You got the you know, Carter thing situation. But they really had a whole meeting of the minds moment. And it was all, and she was like, did I ever tell you, you know, I really appreciate you, how you held down the family when your father got locked up. And, you know, I really love you. She was like, I know I don't tell you often, but you know, I love you. And he was like, don't tell me often. How about you don't tell me ever? You know, so it was like a whole moment, and I knew then, I said, one of them ain't making it out of this show. I knew it. Then we have Drew and Diana come in, and it turns into a whole family affair. Next thing you know, Drew, Diana, and Kane are on their way to the bar to have a bachelor party for Kane, and I'm thinking to myself, 3 episodes ago, they were trying to kill each other. Okay, then. That's all I could say at that point was, all right, then. So, Noma pulls Monet to the side and says, you know, I really, you know, I'm sorry, you know, that I kicked you out of the business. I really want us to be on a good place. I really want us to be on a good page. What do I need to do? She said, I'll tell you what. I don't really, and Monet was like, money, cash, dinero. And Noma was like, well, I don't really keep that kind of money laying around, but I tell you what I can do. There's this new outfit they're dealing down by the, at an abandoned amusement park. I tell you what, you can have it. That's your business now. I'm giving you your own crew, your own pipeline. And Monet, you could tell Monet was a little like, what? But she took them keys to the, I guess, to the spot. So I said, okay, there's the setup. They got Monet, they got Tariq going to the same place at the same time. Here go the setup. So down to the bar, they're having a good time. I mean, they got the scrippers, they drinking, they taking shots off the belly, and they doing all the things that you would expect Kane to be doing at a bachelor party. And they're like brother and sister, like for real, because it's Diana and it's Drew, and they are like real live brother sister moment, right? They hugging and laughing, and it's like all that bullshit that they've been going through is just gone. Like, this is just real family right now. That's when I also knew one of them ain't making it out of here, because again, it's everybody making this whole reconciliation after all of this strife, after them going at each other. I just didn't know which one, and I ain't know when. But I said the Tejadas are not leaving this series unscathed, right? Which I knew that from the beginning. I told y'all at the beginning of this season, if you listen to the TSF when we talked about predictions, I said then, they ain't making it out. Like, not intact. Like, I thought Diana would stay, would live through it. But I wasn't sure about the rest of them. And only because I don't care about Diana. But the rest of them, I wasn't sure how they was going to get through it, when, where, how, what. So then, Effie come through. So Effie lets them know, listen, I'm out. I need to get out. I'm out of here. I don't really care about all this that you got. She's still trying to play hard, like she ain't bothered by this. But she lets it slip that the Russians are doing something at this amusement park in Coney Island. Wherever it is. I think I keep giving y'all a different location. Somewhere in New York. Okay, I'm going to just say somewhere in New York. Because I think I done said Staten Island. I think I done said Coney Island. It's on one of the islands in New York. Anyway, so that's when Drew's ears perk up, because Drew's like, wait a minute. That's where Tariq is supposed to be. He was like, because I remember I told you I thought Carter was pushing me out, because they had this whole conversation that nobody cared about. They had this whole conversation where Diana was saying how she don't feel right after the baby, and Drew was saying that he finally feel right, but he really like working for Carter, but now he feel like Carter is pushing him out. And he brings up this art fellowship that we ain't heard nothing about in 3 episodes, but he's saying how he don't really think he want to take it. Duh, whatever. So he said, well, remember I told you I feel like I was being pushed out by Carter? Well, this is what it is. He was like, I thought I was being pushed out because of this whole Tariq situation, but that's where Tariq is going. So Diana was like, wait. I don't know, somehow or another, she decided to call her mama, and the mama wasn't answering the phone. So Aunt Janet told the mama, oh, Monet, she was here, but she on her way down to the island because she got to check out. She said she got to handle some business. And that's when it clicks to Diana and Drew that, oh shit, they setting them up. We got to go save them. So they go taking off like Batman and Robin, okay? Or Batman and Catgirl. And then, but while this is going on, Effie and Kane, they having sex. They having that one last night situation. And then Noma and Method Man, they having sex. They having that one last night situation. Well, actually, they're not, because Noma let him know, listen, what me and you do don't have nothing to do with this little marriage situation. So just know that, like, this ain't gonna stop. I feel like that's what Noma was letting him know. This not gonna stop. The whole me, you together thing, we gonna keep it moving. But Effie and Kane, that was a goodbye for them. And Effie lets Kane know, look, I got into Stanford. I'm out. I need to get out of the business. Like, I need to be out for real, for real. And Kane was like, I can't promise that. He was like, listen, at the end of the day, it's still Noma's business. And, like, I can't promise that. Like, you wanted to get in. You in. I don't know what you want me to tell you. You was trying to get in. You in. So, of course, Effie is in the bathroom crying. because she stuck like Chuck. But my thing is, girl, if you ever get on a plane and go to Stanford, just disappear. Just go. Like, I feel like Noma is not going to come looking for you. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Because I feel like Noma's biggest issue with Effie is that she's there. I feel like once Effie is gone, Noma might not really give a damn. But that's just me. So, next thing you know, you see Monet rolling up at the amusement park. And she starts opening up the thing. And next thing you know, here comes Tariq. And they almost shoot each other, but of course they don't. And then they be like, what you doing here? Well, what the fuck you doing here? Well, Carter, da-da-da-da-da. Well, Noma, da-da-da-da-da. Damn, they set us up. Well, just at that moment that they realized they was being set up, here come the Russians. Because they done sent the Russians down there too. And the Russians was like, oh, this what we've been waiting for. Because, the Russians been trying to get at Monet ever since, 4-5 episodes ago when Monet kind of messed up that little transaction situation. When she came up there with the bullet wound, she wasn't fully healed, and then she passed out. Yeah. So they getting ready to shoot them. And next thing you know, here come 2 silencers, and they out. Well, here come Batman and Catgirl. They done saved the day. Monet was like, whoa, what y'all doing here? Oh, well, we figured out that Carter was setting y'all up. We came down here to save y'all. So now they come up with this bright idea. Well, let's buy ourselves some time and let's pretend like we died to give us some time to figure out what we're going to do about Carter. Because if they find the bodies of the Russians, then they're going to know we still alive and they're going to really come for us. So they burned up Monet's truck. They put the bodies in the truck. So until the medical examiner can really do an analysis and figure out that these are 2 white boys versus 2 black people, it's okay. Give them a day or 2, maybe. Then we have this crazy, ridiculous, overacted scene that Tariq is having a tantrum about, I'm Tariq motherfucking St. Patrick. I killed my daddy. How dare he? How dare he? He dares. So they come up with this great plan. First of all, you have Monet, you have Method Man, Davis. I'm not going to count Drew and Diana. So y'all let this let's just say he's 22. Y'all let this 22-year-old come up with this plan on what y'all gonna do and how y'all gonna get rid of Carter and Noma at the same time. And Monet was like, I don't care what y'all do, just make sure that Kane ain't there. I don't want it to be Kane in the line of fire. Like, they done came up with plans. We're gonna roll up in the wet. Nah, they gonna be checking, weapons at the door. All right, well, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. So they realized that. Then they realized they gotta recruit Effie and Brayden. Now, Brayden, he don't give a damn. Brayden is down. Tariq tell him, I need you to just not be high. How you gonna tell a drug addict they can't get high? Brayden is a drug addict. Brayden's going to get high. That's what he's going to do. So they I don't know who told him at this point, but somebody told him that Carter goes to confession every Tuesday at 10. I don't know. So they done came up with this whole plan that they're going to take care of Carter inside of the church. They got Effie working on the cameras, and they done took the priest out. They didn't kill the priest. They just knocked him out, And they done all of these things to try to get to Carter just for Tariq to fuck it up. Like, they literally had everything in place except for Tariq didn't finish the job. I don't know how you didn't finish the job, Tariq. All you had to do was sit on the other side of the confessional with your gun. I mean, you was bold enough to go into the church to do it. All you had to do was when you heard him come in and kneel down. Now, I grew up Catholic, so I know how this goes. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. The minute you hear, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned, then you just put the gun to the thingamabob, you got a silencer on it, and you pull the trigger. At the very least, even if you don't get him 100%, you wound him, and then you can hit him with 2 more. Doop, doop. And then you can get the hell up out of there. I don't know how you screwed this up, but you did. So you screwed it up, and then you gave Carter time to call Noma and let Noma know, oh, they got us. They setting us up. So next thing you know, Noma is like throwing a tantrum because they getting ready for the reception. Noma doesn't think Kane is in on it. But she definitely suspects everybody else. And that everybody else would be Diana and Drew, who were at the party, I guess, to try to set up their alibi situation. I don't know. Whatever. So They basically kidnapped Kane, Drew, and Diana so they can get it all figured out. And Monet, the rest of the other side of the crew, they have to let Monet know that the plan has been thwarted. Like they done screwed up the plan. So Monet knows that there is trouble. Okay, Monet knows there's trouble, so Monet goes up in there because she gonna go get her kids. Okay, she's gonna go get her children. While this is going on, they done tied up Carter. I don't know. Listen, they done got Carter tied up. Carter was he arrested Tariq, and he was going, I'm sure he was going to take Tariq down and get him on them. He was going to somehow get them charges on him. Well, Braden and Effie, their bright idea was to cause a car crash where they could get, and that's how they got Detective Carter tied up in the chains, and you got Malik. Well, that's when Detective Carter lets them know, oh, I got the videotape, but y'all taking care of Zion. So, how y'all want to handle it? Because, Nico gonna release the hounds if I don't report in when I'm supposed to report in. So, what y'all want to do? How y'all want to carry it? It's a mess. Next thing you know, Monet is down to the spot to go get Kane. Kane is tied to a chair. Kane is like, listen, because Noma is trying to get Kane to basically give up his mama. And Kane is like, that is my mama. Like, I'm not doing that. She my mama. Like, I love her. I love my mama. Now, while this is going on, Davis done caught a body. I don't care about none of that because this whole plan was stupid. Davis done caught a body. We're going to put that over there to the side because who cares? We got one more episode. Who cares that Davis caught a body? Nobody. Moving that over there to the side. So then, Monet come running in there like Cleo from Set It Off. Like she like, damn, I got to save my son. Because they done pushed Kane down on the ground. And Kane is in the middle of this whole, shooting spree situation. Mind you, Kane and Noma did get married. Did I mention that the marriage actually went through? So this is now technically her legal husband? Okay. So Monet is coming through there to save her children with her son. And as Monet come busting through the door, she feel like, listen, I'm stuck like Chuck. I don't have no other option. She starts guns a-blazing. Can I tell y'all that was the worst? I need to know how many times y'all filmed that scene. Because if that was the best take that y'all had of Mary J. Blige taking them bullets, y'all should have just done a body double. Because that was terrible. But neither here nor there. Monet took all the bullets for Kane, and Kane is dead. And Monet is gone. Just as Monet is laying on the ground, here come Batman and Catgirl to save Kane again. And Noma still got away, though. Mind you, Noma got away. But Monet is laying on the floor. She gone. And the 3 children are laying down by her body crying. Yeah. So, rest in power, Monet Tejada. Girl, you hung in there for 4 seasons. You almost made it. You almost made it out. Not quite, but you almost made it out. Now, down to the warehouse where they have Detective Carter tied up. I don't know what they're going to do with him. I don't know. Anyway. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.